Now I want to bring in the former FTC Commissioner Rohit Chopra for more on President Trump's trade war, as well as the impact on the U.S. economy. So thank you for being here with us. And there's a lot of moving parts going on here today. There always is if the president decides to take questions in the White House. But let's talk a little bit about this midnight deadline, right? This is looming on tariffs. It sounds like we're seeing several deals being announced today. We know the White House is saying there's many coming their way, many phone calls. What we do know is there's a deal with South Korea and Mexico. Do you see these steep tariff threats as a way to make more deals, or do you think that American consumers might be paying a higher price here in the long term because of them?
Well, Kana, we were promised 90 deals in 90 days, and we've barely got any. And we still, weirdly, are hearing tariff threats on things like coffee, which we don't even grow in the United States, and a trade war with Canada, which no one seems to understand why we are pushing that. I think you're already starting to see examples of companies hike prices, even if the tariffs might not come. A court ruling might strike this all down, but we are seeing companies raise prices because of uncertainty that they have. And honestly, the last thing that consumers need to face when going down the grocery store aisle or making their monthly expenses is more high prices. I think people are sick and tired of that.
In terms of Canada, the president was asked directly about Canada, and he felt like they're being unfair to farmers, and that was sort of the ground that he was standing on there. But I'm curious, as the other economic indicators that you might be watching right now that feel like it could be potentially a warning to consumers.
Well, look, if there are some specific products where there's unfair practices, sign me up. We need to target that. But what we are seeing is very broad-based tariffs. In Canada, they were saying the reason they were doing it was because of fentanyl, but barely any fentanyl is coming through the Canadian border. So look, when it comes to food, when it comes to everyday expenses, I'm worried about back-to-school shopping. I'm worried that key items are going to cost more, even if the tariffs never take effect because the court strikes it down. We are seeing how imports did dramatically drop, and I don't really know what that's going to mean when it comes to future shortages or other price hikes. We need more policies to lower prices, not to create more uncertainty for small businesses and retailers.
What's your take on the debate happening on Capitol Hill right now about the Honest Act prevents members of Congress from trading individual stocks?
Well, I don't know why we should be allowing members of Congress to trade in stocks. I don't care if they're a Republican or a Democrat. I know that they have access to very sensitive information sometimes about specific industries or even national intelligence. I do think they should be banned, and I have no idea why President Trump seems to be resistant to it. I used to run one of these regulatory agencies, the Consumer Financial Protection Bureau, and was a commissioner on the FTC. I think I should be banned from engaging in all sorts of activities. We have some bans, but they should be stronger bans of allowing government officials to profit from their position.